Hey, greetings folks. This is Skiz Fernando welcoming you back to another edition of Pan Asian. And this past week I noticed a lot of people were checking out an older post on my blog for a recipe called Fish Ambul Thiyal, or sour fish curry. It's one of my favorite Sri Lankan dishes. So this time I thought I'd show you how to do it the Pan Asian way. Alright? It's very simple, very quick, and if you're ready, let me show you what you're going to need. Come on. To make this dish, you're going to need about a pound of fish, and I have 2 albacore tuna steaks here. 5 cloves of garlic, minced. A 2-inch piece of ginger, sliced. A ½ teaspoon of black pepper powder. 1 teaspoon of fenugreek. 5 pieces of gorica, or gamboge, and this is a acidic fruit that appears in Sri Lanka. You can probably find it at any Sri Lankan store. If not, feel free to use tamarind paste as a substitute. 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of oil, 1 onion finely chopped, 2 cardamoms and 2 cloves, a 1-inch stick of cinnamon, 2 green chilies sliced, a ½ cup of water, 2 teaspoons of cayenne pepper, ½ a teaspoon of ground cumin, ½ a teaspoon of ground fennel, 1 teaspoon of ground coriander. And of course, no Sri Lankan dish would be complete without a sprig of curry leaves. The first thing you're going to want to do is wash the fish and cut it into 1-inch cubes like this. Then we're going to go over to our stove top and roast the cayenne, the cumin, the fennel, and the coriander powder. We're just going to give that a quick roast on the stove top to release some of the essential oils and kick up the flavor a little bit. And you can already start to smell it. And when you see the smoke coming off it, that should tell you you're about ready. I'm going to bring this over here to the food processor. Along with the garlic, the ginger, the black pepper, fenugreek, the gorica, and the salt. And we're going to grind this into a spice paste. And you might want to also add a little water for good measure, just to make it into a kind of a paste-like texture. Alright, and let's see how that looks. Okay, so you just want to get all of that nice paste you just made, scrape it down, and then add it to the fish. And of course, the best way to deal with this is to just mix it up with your hands. Just work that spice paste. Make sure it covers all the pieces of fish. feel free to marinate this for about 20 to 30 minutes and then it'll be ready to cook, okay? So we bring it over to the stove and heat up our pan. As always, we start off with a hot pan. And once the pan starts smoking like that, we're going to add our 2 tablespoons of oil. Let that get a little hot. And then we are going to add our onions, the cardamom and cloves, the stick of cinnamon, 1 sprig of curry leaves, and the green chilies. Saute all that stuff together until the onions are nice and cooked. Okay, when the onions are kind of translucent like that, then we're going to add our fish. So we toss that around. We get a nice sear going on the fish, and then we're going to add our half a cup of water. And basically, this particular dish is called a dry curry, meaning that there's not much gravy. So once the water evaporates, once it's all cooked down, you're going to cook it for maybe about 10 minutes longer, and then the dish is done. So we're going to just let that simmer until all this liquid you see is gone. About 20 to 30 minutes later, when the liquid has evaporated, this is what you're left with, folks. Fish Ambul Thiyal, or sour fish curry, a Sri Lankan dish. Smells divine, by the way. And you can eat this with rice. I'm having it with a little pol roti, which is coconut flatbread. It's another Sri Lankan specialty, which I'll show you how to make another time. And a simple Sri Lankan salad of chopped tomatoes, cucumbers, red onions, a little salt, lime juice, and red pepper. See how this worked out. I'll take a piece of coconut flatbread, pick up fish. Wow. It's a very unique tasting dish because of our special ingredient, the gorka, or gamboge, which is only found in Sri Lanka. And it's really well worth the time, if you're going to make this dish, to go to a Sri Lankan store and pick up some of that. And if you're having trouble, just send me an email at curryfiend@gmail.com. And depending on where you are, I'll see if I can help you out. But once again, another simple, quick Asian meal on Pan Asian. My name is Skiz Fernando, and I'll see you next time.